What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one, and we have to talk about this report coming out of ESPN with more drama going on behind the scenes. And this one comes from the Outkick's Dan Dakich, who has a relationship with Pat McAfee, and he says that Pat McAfee is getting a lot of special treatment due to his popularity over there at ESPN, and many are seeing him as the enemy. And we've heard about him and Stephen A. supposedly having a cursing match behind the scenes. Pat McAfee really going at the bosses, saying things they're uncomfortable with. Remember, he shouted out Shams while Adrian Wojnarowski was still at the network, which, that was against the rules at the time because Shams was with, I can't remember the name of that company, not the Athletic, but it was another company that was opposed to them, right? They were trying to accomplish the same thing. So he was supposed to say Adrian Wojnarowski didn't, though. And, he's done things like that over time. But we're going to get into Dan Dakich's actual quote. He said McAfee's the enemy at ESPN, not among Patero and Burt Magnus and the rest of the suits. No, 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 no. He is the enemy of ESPNers that are African American that are siding with Stephen A. Smith. True story. I've been told that by him. He knows that. We all know that. He's told me he is the enemy of most of the talent. He is. He's making more money. He's more popular. He's looser. Of course, he's the enemy. And so that's what Dan Dakich was saying. But when he talked to Pat McAfee, he said that he's finding it impossible to schedule ESPN's talent for a show, especially the NBA experts. And this is something we know to be true because remember, Kendrick Perkins was supposed to be a permanent on Pat McAfee's show. I believe he was supposed to appear on every Thursdays, with the show a while back. I mean, this had to be like in May or something where he was supposed to officially join the show. And then the first episode Pert was supposed to be on, Pat McAfee came on and said, I don't know what's going on with Pert. I thought he'd be here. So it seems like, some of this stuff is happening last minute. And, this is what Pat McAfee has said about that. He said, obviously, when licensing our show through ESPN, we thought it'd be easy to get ESPN folks from the ESPN roster. Get NBA folks from the ESPN roster. That has not been the case. The ESPN crew has been rather impossible to work with due to their daily scheduling during the season. So, yeah, man, Pat McAfee, he thought that would work, but, I guess he's finding out that, on the business side, a lot of people are either overbooked or just siding with Stephen A. Smith for the opportunities that he can provide them in their respective fields. And this is what Dan Dakich continued saying. He says, see, look, guys sitting there yelling at each other like Stephen A. Smith and a pack of idiots do doesn't really resonate. So he has a lot of pent up anger towards Stephen A. Smith. And, I'm seeing this and, you can't help but think that some of it's true. Now, Dan Dakich, you know how he is. And he can have his own reasons and motives for certain things. But this kind of checks out when you think about it. We haven't really seen anybody consistently on there. We've seen Austin Rivers probably do more with Pat McAfee than any other NBA guy that's over there at ESPN, But Austin Rivers, his position isn't like permanent. He pops up here and there, but he isn't as permanent as like Perk and those guys. Not yet. So yeah, man, I just wanted to share that story. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section. Do you think Stephen A. Smith is telling people not to work with Pat McAfee? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.